Hello, everybody. This is Debbie Happy Cohen with Joy Based Living, and today's topic is actually feminine power. And feminine power is a class that I took with 1,000 other women in 2014, and it really influenced how I see myself as a woman in the world. And it has influenced joy based living as well, because joy based living is about the feminine. It's not an achievable goal that you can just aim for the end in mind and then work your way backwards. It's a way of being. It's a way of walking in the world. It's about accepting and giving power to those things that for centuries we have put down. Things like emotion, things like intuition, things like our bodies and roundness and a wild nature. And those are just some examples. To just give a contrast to that, the masculine would be focused and driven and linear and, goal setting. I think they need to be in balance. And I think that as they each serve each other, they both become happier. Now, to be clear, we each have feminine and we each have masculine inside of ourselves. So it's kind of like, well, do I prefer a hammer or do I prefer a screwdriver? Well, it kind of depends on the task. It's not a preference. It's about, okay, if I'm doing something that has an end in mind, like I'm doing these videos and each one of them requires a certain setup and certain structures and working with YouTube and working with lighting and working with sound. So those are structures, but the purpose of the video isn't the structures. The purpose of the video is to let my joy and my light and my gifts shine brightly enough that hopefully you become inspired and say, you know what, I've got some of that too. And I want more people in my life who stand for that, who stand inside of a commitment to joy and to well-being. And that's the feminine. And so I use the masculine structures in order to allow the feminine to flourish. So another example would be if you built a house, but then didn't have anything beautiful inside of it. What would be the point? So it's almost like the feminine is the point, but we have treated it kind of like scum for many, many years. It's not, in our education system, in our political system, in our corporations, what's been important is the goal. We look at economics. Economics should serve the feminine. So we have this structure in place, which is brilliant because we don't have to go, trading animals and, trading beans. We can trade money, but to what end? So it's become an end in and of itself. And at Joy-Based Living, we're inside of a conversation for how to stand inside of the feminine inside of you. I don't usually call it that within the 12 practices at Joy-Based Living, but at the heart of it, when we stand for loyalty and kindness and imperfection, the feminine does not demand perfection. If you think about the feminine being like a really big, huge, gigantic mother who has like 1,000,000 children and 1,000,000 babies, that energy is not looking for perfection. It's looking to grow a garden of beautiful flowers. So that's what we're doing at Joy-Based Living. It's what we're about. And if this is the kind of conversation that enlivens your heart, enlivens your being, if this is something you want more of in the world or more of inside yourself, please check us out at joybasedliving.com and join our conversation. Thank you so very much, and it's a joy to have you here. Thank you. Bye for now.